It's Tuesday, December 17th, 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. A lot to talk about. Make sure to share this video. Make sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification down below. If you like the video, please give it a like. If you don't like the video, please give it a like. Now, I want to get right in to the video today. And I'm going to go back to what is going on with these drones. It's a big topic. It's been all over the news today. I do apologize. Nugget is having a big power nap over here on the chair, and she is snoring like crazy. So if you hear something, it's just Nugget. This drone situation continues to draw a lot of theories of what's going on. And no matter what theory you believe in, it is not good. And I was watching a video on Forbes, on the Forbes YouTube channel, and yesterday they had Chang as a guest. He's you've seen this guy all over the news. U.S. China relations expert, author. He's all over the place. A very smart guy. Really talks about China and the threat China is to America. And he was the guest on Forbes yesterday, and he had some interesting theories. And I just want to, I jotted down some notes here and want to just go over this interview a little bit with you and just kind of give you some of the bullet points here. He said that somebody is very concerned with what is in these neighborhoods in New Jersey, New York, because these drones are flying over a lot of residential areas. They're flying over literally everything, but they've really been flying over a lot of residential areas on the East Coast. And he says somebody's very concerned about what is in these neighborhoods, what's in one of those houses, multiple houses, what is in these neighborhoods. He said reports and radiation spikes in New York, in the New York metro area. They experienced spikes on each side of the Hudson in the metro area there of New York. Maybe, he says, they are looking for a nuclear weapon. This is very scary, ladies and gentlemen, because we are not being told the truth, no matter what this is, who's flying these things, what they're looking for, what they're doing, we don't know. But I don't think it's good. And I think that they are looking for, I truly believe that these drones are from the United States, and I do believe they are looking for a threat. What that threat is, I have no idea, but I'm beginning to believe that it is a nuclear threat. Maybe, he says, parts of a weapon got smuggled into the United States of America. Probably another reason why those borders should have been tightened down. And when you have millions of people who just walked over carrying suitcases and backpacks, God knows what, people that we have no idea who walked over here, the gotaways, what did they bring over here? Quite possibly they brought over parts, and they assembled weaponry right here in America, maybe in New Jersey, New York, God knows where, but they seem to think that there's something over there on the East Coast. But we have drones flying over here. So who knows? There could be groups of people that made it over, assembled these things all over the country. Who knows? But the hotbed seems to be the East Coast at this moment. Very concerning. But also I was just thinking, like, what could have came over in the ports in a container, right? What could have been sitting in a container, got on a truck, got shipped somewhere? Could have been parts, could have been an actual weapon. There's just a lot of unknown here and a lot of questions that are not being answered. And again, when you have the border completely wide open, things can just walk literally in a backpack or a suitcase right into this country. Things could have got slipped through a container on the East Coast. We don't know. He says until we get more information, plan for the worst. Plan for the worst. Americans need to prepare. If something gets detonated, God forbid, something detonates, you need to have food, water, iodine pills. This is what he said on Forbes. This is what Chang said on his Forbes interview yesterday. You're on your own. The government will not be there to assist you. You need food, water, iodine pills. The government is not going to protect you, ladies and gentlemen. And unfortunately, most people think that we're at peace around the world, and we are far from being at peace around the world. The world is erupting into war and chaos. The weaponization of the U.S. dollar, the financing of war, everything we've done, the military bases, the 9,000 sanctions we have across the world. We don't have a lot of friends. And how we would just leave our southern border wide open like we did. Very, very scary stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Pray for this country. Please pray for America, that America stays safe. But we are inching closer, I believe, to something really, really big happening. And I pray to God nothing happens. I pray to God that they're looking for something, they find it, and they're able to rectify this whole situation and deal with this. But they are not telling us something because they don't want people to get chaotic. They don't want people on the East Coast to not go to work, to leave the state, for Wall Street to shut down. Imagine if they came out and said, hey, we believe that there's 3 or 4 or even 1 nuclear weapon somewhere in New York and New Jersey. We're looking for it right now. And, it could blow up an entire, city. This is all speculation at the moment, but there's something going on. And we need to be aware of it. And you need to be aware of it. And you need to be prepared and stop just believing that everything's going to be okay. Because if something, God forbid, happened, you are going to be on your own if you even survive something like this. But there would be massive fallout. It would be really a really, really scary time in America. It would be just a catastrophic time for America. So be praying for this country and be preparing. Let's shift gears here a little bit. Dow tumbles more than 260 points for 9th day losing streak. Its longest since 1978. And I want to ask all of you this, and please comment down below about the drones. What do you think is going on here? Do you have any more reason to believe that this is something foreign? Is it domestic? Are they looking for a weapon? Are these just hobbyist drones? Can you believe this? They're telling us hobbyist drones. It's unbelievable. But comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this, and comment down below about this 9-day losing streak on the Dow. Is there more to it? Is it something to start worrying about? Should we be concerned about this? The 10-year bond yield, 4.395% as I make this video, creeping up. You want to borrow money? It's not getting any cheaper to borrow money, I can tell you that. But this 9-day losing streak, is it forecasting something? Is it telling us something? Should we be concerned? Is it already beginning? The market's beginning to cool down. Is the honeymoon over? Is the Trump honeymoon over for the Dow Jones and the markets? You let me know. Let me know your thoughts. The Fed has a big interest rate decision coming Wednesday. Here's what to expect. Most analysts, economists are expecting a 25 basis point cut tomorrow. I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked if they do absolutely nothing and just hold it where it is. More than likely, it will be 25 basis points. Do not be surprised if Jerome Powell and the Fed do absolutely nothing. I believe that they cut way too soon, way too much. Let me know your thoughts on that. Here's one from the Hedge today. Biden lied about everything. Philly Fed finds all jobs created in the second quarter were all fake. On Wednesday, the Bureau of Labor Statistics will downgrade revised jobs the April 2023 to March 2024 period by up to 1 million. That means all the beats recorded in the past year will have been misses. And the U.S. job market is in far worse shape than any of us even thought. This is all going to fall on the lap of the new administration, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to begin to get the real job numbers. We're going to begin to get the real inflation numbers. We're going to begin to get the real data now that there's a new administration coming in. And it is not going to be good. And of course, more than likely, they're going to blame this new administration for the jobs, for the inflation, for all of this. It's all going to fall in the lap of the new administration. We have been being lied to daily. The data has been completely manipulated, exaggerated. It's a big fat lie, and nobody's being held accountable. How do you miss 1 million jobs? How do you do this? This is absolutely unacceptable. Nobody will be held accountable. You've been lied to for years. And there will be no accountability. Russia says Ukraine allies are accomplices in Moscow assassination of a top general. Reading this morning, watch the video. Very, very alarming. Russia says this couldn't have been done without the help of accomplices. And it couldn't. And you know who the accomplice is. It's the United States of America. And look, I don't sit here to get political. I don't sit here to take sides of the war. Ukraine, Russia, as you know, I believe that this war should have never happened. I don't want to see Ukrainians continue to die. I don't want to see Russians continue to die. I want the war to end. I think it should have never happened. And innocent people on both sides are dying. And we are financing this. We are very engaged in this. And we are sending munitions, money, rockets, F-16s. We're sending soldiers. We're training people over there, and we're gonna, we have a lot of blood on our hands. And Russia does not have a short memory. They're never going to forget this. They're never going to forgive us for this. But the amount of blood on our hands here in the United States of America, it is really, really sad. And I don't know. You really wonder if America is going to be judged for everything that it's done. The amount of wars we've created, the amount of people we've destroyed across the globe, the 9,000 sanctions, the weaponization of the U.S. dollar, all the military bases, being the world police. You want to know why the world can't wait to get off the U.S. dollar? You want to know why the BRICS is going to be successful, whether that's a year from now, 10 years from now, or 20 years from now. It is going to happen whether you like it or not. It is because America is the world police right now. It is the bully in the bar, and the world is getting sick of it. The world is getting sick and tired of being controlled by the U.S. The world does not want to be the United States. It sees what's happening right here. We can't even take care of our own business. And would you really be shocked if some nuclear weapon went off in the United States of America? Because when you continue to do this stuff all over the world, somebody is going to retaliate. That's just the way it is. We keep begging and asking for somebody to do this to us. And I pray to God that America, hopefully very, very soon, this new administration is going to get us out of these wars and close down a number of these military bases, stop the weaponization of the U.S. dollar, stop, bulldogging the entire world and telling the entire world what to do and threatening the entire world. I just pray to God that America does that. We have too much to do here. We have too much of a mess here. We're completely bankrupt. We have a terrible, terrible economy that is in a depression state. We need to work on ourselves before we tell the rest of the world what to do. My opinion, comment down below. TheEconomicCollapse.com. Demand at food banks has soared to record levels all over the United States. What a shock. We talk about this daily. North Valley Food Bank in Whitefish, Montana. I mean, think about this is Montana. They got food banks. Serve 613 families a Thanksgiving meal. They anticipate more than 1,000 food bank customers for Christmas. San Francisco, 1 in 6 people are coming for food assistance in San Francisco. 1 in 6 people in San Francisco. Remember that beautiful city, San Francisco? 1 in 6 people coming for food assistance. New Jersey, food demand has quadrupled since the health crisis. St. Louis, some people are waiting 8 hours or waited 8 hours for a Thanksgiving meal. They'll be waiting 10 hours for a Christmas meal. This is the United States of America. The United States of America. We're so busy telling the rest of the world what to do, yet we got people starving, waiting 8-10 hours at food banks. And when we did the food bank video here, I don't know, about a month ago, me and Enrique, people were waiting 8 hours. They were waiting 8 hours in their cars to get food. Some honesty about inflation also on the hedge. Doge plans to cut $2 trillion in waste. There will need to be dramatic spending cuts, ladies and gentlemen. And the question is the public ready to feel the pain? There is no way we're going to get out of this mess without a whole lot of pain. It's like if a patient weighs 400 pounds and the doctor says, look, you got to stop eating all this garbage. No more, cupcakes, no more candy bars, no more, hot dogs. It's over. You're going to die if you do not clean up your act right now, and you've got to go on an emergency diet right now. Many patients will not do that. They eat themselves to death, right? They go to 500 pounds, 600 pounds, and they go into cardiac arrest and die, right? it's very, very hard to have the willpower to go through the pain. And it's very, very hard for the average person to feel pain and push through that, especially after we've been in this party since 2008. It's going to be very, very hard to put down the Twinkies and the cupcakes and all the sugary, sweet food and go on an extreme diet. If you don't do it, you die. And if the economy does not go on a diet immediately and put down the sugar, we are going to collapse. We are going to feel lots of pain before this country gets back on track. And if we don't feel the pain and we don't get back on track, we're done. That's it, period. We're going to have to go very, very extreme. It's not going to be easy, but that's the price you pay when you eat cupcakes every day and candy bars and hot dogs and all that, fun, sweet stuff. When you do that every day for years and years and years, and then you have to stop, most people can't do it. And I don't know if we can do it as a country. I don't know. We're going to find out. All three pillars holding up the economy have cracked this also on the hedge. Just a couple points in this article. And check these articles out, ladies and gentlemen. Take 5 minutes of your time, research this stuff, add a little knowledge to your life. You need to be doing this, just like getting yourself in better shape, getting your spirit in better shape, your finances in better shape, get your mind in better shape. Be aware of the threats and be preparing. If the workforce doesn't earn to have surplus earnings to spend on the enormous output of an industrial economy, then the producers cannot sell their goods and services at a profit. So if everyone is broke, who's going to go out and buy the cars? Who goes out and buys shoes? Who goes out and buys a new TV? Who goes out and buys a refrigerator? Who goes out onto Amazon and buys stuff if everybody's broke? If people continue to go broke, at some point, the spending ends, because at some point the credit cards get shut off when you can't pay them back. The pillars of consumer credit and federal borrowing are reaching breaking points. And so everything is now depending on the asset bubbles in housing and stocks to keep inflating phantom wealth at rates high enough to support more borrowing and spending. The problem is all asset bubbles pop, ladies and gentlemen. They all pop. And you know how they always say it's different this time? No, it is not different this time. All bubbles pop. All asset bubbles pop. It is not different this time. The only thing that is different is the bubbles are so enormous. When they pop, it is going to be disastrous. It really is. Last article that I'll share with you today from Fox Business. Trump will fight Biden remote work deal. Union vows to fight back. Basically, if you don't come to work, you're a government remote worker. If you don't come into work, you're going to be fired. Administration looks to block the 5-year remote work agreement between Social Service Administration and the American Federation of Government Employees. What do you think about this? You pay your taxes. You're paying these people's salaries. You more than likely have to go into work. You have to go, at the office. You got to go sit in a cubicle. You sit in your office. Maybe you work on a job where you have to, you do a service type job and you have to go to different locations. Maybe you work in leisure and hospitality. You don't do it from your home. You got to go to work. So if we're paying these people, then I think we have the right to tell these people what's up. And if we think you're going to be more productive in an office, then that's where you need to be, because that's what the American people believe, and that's what the President of the United States of America believes. And if you don't do it, you lose your job. And many these government workers are going to lose their job anyways. So be prepared for that. If you're a government worker, I hope you have something to fall back on. The American people are getting sick and tired of wasting their money. We're sick and tired of high taxes and getting nothing in return, paying people to sit at home taking bubble baths or going out and playing golf while we're at work, and we're paying these extreme amounts of taxes and we're getting nothing in return. The American people are sick and tired of it. It's time for you to get back to the office. In fact, most of you probably won't even have an office to go back to, because your job is going to be ended, because it is not essential. It is a waste of taxpayer money, and it's over. So make sure you're adding some skills to your life and that you can go find a job, because there's going to be a lot of people without a job in 2025. This is going to be an amazing year, 2025. I'll tell you that. We're going to see some pain in America. And if you're a government worker, a federal worker, get ready to feel some pain, because it's coming. I'm going to leave it there. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on any of this stuff. It's a crazy time. It really, really is crazy. Be careful out there, especially if you're on the East Coast. I would say be careful anywhere, because we have no idea what is floating around in the United States of America right now. These drones are literally everywhere. But be careful out there. Pray for America, pray for this administration, pray for change, ladies and gentlemen, and pray for safety and direction. God bless. Take care. Talk to all of you very, very soon.